So you've hit your tee shot, middle of the fairway, you've got 150 yards to the flag. And do you remember the good old days when you used to hit 7-iron or 8-iron? 150 yards, but no longer. Now, you set up over your shot, you feel like you've struck it well, it's all over the flag, and it drops down short. Now, the way most golfers fix that is they know potentially they're swinging too slow. So what they end up doing is saying, right, I'm going to swing a little bit quicker at this one, see if I can get it there. Oh. But they hit that awful shot, and the playing partners say, you swung too quick there, you need to slow down. But unfortunately, we're fully aware that when you swing slower, the ball goes shorter. Or does it? By the end of today's video, I'm going to show you how you can slow your swing down and actually hit the ball further, and let's get you back to hitting this club the correct distance. Right, so the big difference is the amount of loft that's presented at impact. I'm going to show you what most of you guys are doing, but most importantly, what the top players in the world do and how we can get you doing it just like them. Right, so when you look at every golfer from that address position, they'll generally work the club back up to the top however they need. But what you see with all majority of club golfers is at impact, we see the shaft straight up, maybe even a little bit behind, presenting lots and lots of loft to the golf ball, whereas we see very opposite with the best players in the world. By impact, we get that shaft leaning forward, the body turning out the way, and then they just compress the golf ball, get a lot more ball speed, and that's why they hit the ball further, even though they swing quicker. So the biggest cause of the two different impact positions is actually where the club gets on the way down. So as the club gets down to about waist height, what you see with a lot of club golfers is that leading edge is pointing straight to the sky or even back behind the golfer. Whereas the better players in the world, that leading edge is much more like the spine angle. So what we're going to do is there's a couple of ways you can do it. One, if you've got your grip in a relatively weak position, so if you were to lift the club up, you can open the club a lot more than you can close it. We could move the hands a little bit to the right hand side. So if you have got a weak grip, try this as well as what I'm going to talk about. But what we're going to try is on the way back, we're going to try and feel that the club face stays looking down at the ball longer, so that leading edge is at the spine angle. And as you start down, I want you to feel like you're trying to get your knuckles more down to the ground. And as you do that, that becomes much more of your impact position. So we're going to try that on a couple of little half swings first, and then we'll build up to that full swing. So we're going to get back to waist height with that spine angle, and then through. So we're set up as normal, but just a little half swing. And noticeably that one sets off really low. And even with that little half swing, that actually got as far as the full shot I hit before. And I'll be honest, I practice this a huge amount because I definitely don't get here at impact, but I definitely don't get as far forward as I would like. So let's try one more of those half swings. And again, there is part of me that thinks I should just go around hitting those all the time. But if you can definitely work on that, and I do think it'll make you also feel like as you're coming down, you can keep turning your body out the way. Because when that club face is in your position at the moment, if you were to get shaft lean, that ball's going to head straight out to the right. So what we tend to see is when the club face is open, the body stops, the hands and arms keep going, and that's how we're going to square it up. And like I said, you can hit some very good shots with that, but they'll be high, they'll be soft, and you'll definitely be losing distance. So we're going to have that little half swing as the practice, and now we're going to hit a nice full shot into the green. And such a better flight, all over the flag. And it's just blind, but when we get up there, we'll see where that one's finished. And I honestly think if you can do this, like I said, you can afford to swing slower. And as a coach, I like people to swing quickly. But definitely when golfers slow down, there's a little bit more awareness as to what they're doing. Whereas when they swing flat out, they tend to lose that feel, lose the strike, lose the shot, and it's really hard to commit to. So let's go one more little half swing as a practice, and then let's hit another one into the green. Again, absolutely ripped it. Love that feeling. And like I said, if you can do that, you can swing slower and hit the ball further and get all that old distance back. Right, so we can see from where that first one's landed compared to the second one, a massive difference in distance. And if anything, I've swung slightly slower, but I've got the ball coming off the club face quicker because of less loft, better compression, for any of you guys out there that love it, a higher smash factor, but such a big difference. And if you can start getting into that impact position, you're gonna pick up some serious yardage and hit much shorter shots into the green. So I can't guarantee that all your shots are going to end up that close. I even guarantee most of mine are going to end up that close. But if you can really work on that impact position, it is something that probably 99% of golfers that I see struggle with. And I'm sure if you're watching the video, you'll probably be honest, comment below, is it something you struggle with up until now? Hopefully though, you've worked through the video with me, delivering the club better, swinging slower, hitting the ball further, and scoring better. So as ever guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like it and share it. Comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. There's another video just there that hopefully you're going to enjoy. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.